Yeah, it is.
Hey, everyone, we're live. Welcome to the Sunday night bro down Hoe-Down with two of my favorite people. I'm so excited. My beautiful, lovely wife, who I've not seen now in so long since you moved to Texas.
2 months.
Peter Feliciano.
Hi, everybody. Hi, I love you. Hi.
And this guy, I had to get these two together because they're just like the most hilarious, offensive, wonderful people I know. Mr. Josh Denny.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You should know I have no idea why, but somebody wrote to me on Twitter today and was like, how could you have Josh Denny on your show?
Aww.
Like, why wouldn't I? I'm like, because I love him?
That's so funny. Yeah, I get those everywhere I go. People, I have a very devoted base of trolls that will follow me everywhere I go. It's really I have a collection of things. There's like fans of other podcasts that don't like me going back like over a decade. And then of course I've picked a bunch of them up over the years. Most of it is like other comedians that don't like me. And then I pick some up from political stuff, being involved with Brandon. Mike, you get that. You get a lot of those. The Brandon haters will come after you, and then you get them too? The woke, the very woke leftists will come after you. Yeah, so it's kind of funny because like I always feel like a man without a country because, and I talk with Gavin about this all the time, is that we're sort of in this weird section of the right that is still very pro free speech and like not puritanical. And so, like we clash with both the insane left and the religious right. And so it's like, you're kind of on an island as it feels sometimes.
Yeah, it's weird. The Brandon haters are ridiculous. Like you can just think his name and they'll appear. They just manifest.
Yeah, it's so wild. It's like, and the amount of people that are, it's so crazy to me, the kind of things that people try to out people for that is like not based in reality at all. There's one account every time I'm tagged in something that's walkaway related. It's like in every one of Brandon's comments, and it's like Brandon's an FBI informant. It's just like, come on, dude. Yeah. A lot of FBI informants spend 6 months in house arrest for sure.
Yeah. I just love the fact that these people who think that all of like January 6th and stuff, they think it was like some big plot. I love that they think that
they'll forget all about it when the real one comes.
Plot. They couldn't plot their way through. If they were capable of doing that, he would be president right now.
Well, it'll be, Tim Dillon went on a rant on Rogan this week where he talked about this a little bit, where he said like eventually a dictator will just actually storm the Capitol with tanks and a general support, and the entire current system of government will come down. That will happen someday. I don't know if we'll be alive for it, but it'll happen someday. And so when that day comes, January 6th will feel like a guided tour, which is exactly what it was.
Right.
Pete, what have you been up to in Texas? You like it?
I like it a lot. The heat is a motherfucker. And I think this is just a yellow light, especially because I'm in between the whitest people in the world. I look even more Puerto Rican than I did when I was in New York, which is cool. Actually someone, because I said, you know what? It's your show. You're okay with me saying the N-word, aren't you, Michael?
Far be it from me to tell you what to say.
All right.
We say disavow.
Okay,
all right. I disavow everything. I disavow him. I disavow everything.
That's all you need to do. It's like sucking a dick and saying no homo. It doesn't count. Just giving it a little toot.
Wait, the no homo doesn't count, or sucking it doesn't count? I just trying to make sure I write that. Okay. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure I write the rules down so I know.
No, I know you and Gino have gotten busy that way. I understand, Josh. I get it.
Not gay. With your socks on.
Yeah, exactly.
Who doesn't like a little biscotti with their coffee? You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit. He's got a cigar-shaped dick. It's very interesting. Is it even with the brown part on the end?
Yeah, and his ball bag is tucked back with a nice headband. It's a good look.
When I saw him, he was getting ready. Right now, he's, by the way, everybody, I have a host a show called Conservatish. It's a place for the politically homeless. Come join me, children. It's the only show in the world. It's the only show in the world you can talk about Trump and eating ass on the same episode.
That's how I knew you guys had to meet, because you both love to talk about eating ass.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. All I'm saying is I have Gino Bisconti, the wonderful, legendary comedian, on Conservatish tomorrow, and yeah, I saw him. He was getting ready before we before I turned on the recorder, and he put his headband on, and I'm like, usually people wear headbands when they're bald. He's got a nice, luscious head of hair. I don't understand why he's doing the whole Poison lead singer thing. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It's just a bold choice. I think it's just a bold, when guys hit 50, they start, everybody gets there's some guys who are like, I'm a tracksuit guy now. You know what I mean? Like I came into a little bit of show money recently, and I bought a tracksuit. I was watching Sopranos, and I was like, I don't own any tracksuits. I'm going to order one. And I got the gayest one you could possibly find. Because anybody who's bold enough to wear, it's like a mint green Adidas tracksuit. I could probably pull it up and send you a link. But
how did you not wear
I was like, yeah, it's in the closet. It's like 1,000,000 degrees here.
Does it shine?
But it was funny because no, it doesn't. There's no reflectiveness to it. No. But yeah, let me see. I'll drop the link in the private chat to you, Mikey, if you want to pull it up. It's pretty funny. But yeah, I was like, oh, this is a color I've never seen before. And so my favorite idea of this is that I just look like a homosexual Uber driver while I'm walking around LA in this thing.
You it's a share with the class, Michael.
Yeah,
it's a good color. It's a good color when all the guys wearing it are black in the advertising. There you go.
Look at that.
Oh yeah. That
top right. That's me.
You look like ice cream.
I do look like ice cream. It's
Did your dick get bigger when you put it on?
Yeah, I like to.
Can you wear this?
Yeah. Oh, I've worn it one time so far. It's not because it's not cold enough yet. I just put it on. I had the air on really cold one day in the house, and I just put it on to lounge around in the house.
But it seems like the type of thing, even though it's not very, I mean, no offense, Jonathan or Josh, I wouldn't say it's the most expensive outfit I've ever seen in the world, but it seems like the type of thing, like I can barely wear white shirts because I always get espresso on it. I always drop shit on it. That would be the type of thing where you're almost contractually obligated to say, hey, watch your fucking step, man.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I was like, oh, this is terrible, because I am afraid to spill food on it, and I'm also never not eating. So that's a problem. That's a problem for me when it comes to like new clothes or nice clothes.
Right. By the way, I have to put this up from the By the way, we have super chats if you guys would like to send in super chats, or if you would like to subscribe to my locals and support my work and join the crazy train. But I just saw this. I love this. I watch y'all's rent review for stress relief sometimes. Laughter you. We're gonna have more. We're gonna do more. We Josh, I've dragged him to so many movies for the sake of our art. We went to go see Cats in the theater and like filmed our podcast right from the movie theater. I made him watch Rent, Sex and the City 2.
Sex and the City 2 still hasn't come out, has it?
So like something with that and the last Lovecast we did, something really weird happened with the video and the audio. So I'm still trying to like fix it.
Okay.
It'll be
Do you guys ever see any heterosexual films, or is it just okay?
Well, okay. I would say one time he picked me up after I had surgery in January, and he made me watch Scream. So it's on the way to heterosexual, but it's still pretty gay.
Yeah, I was gonna say Scream is super gay.
Right. It was heterosexual in 1996. It was hetero in 1996. If you watched it and you weren't a junior, in
high school,
in the suburbs, in 1996 or 7, then no, you're gay.
Yeah, I was 97. I would have been 14, so I would have been a freshman when Scream came out.
Ooh, I'm the young one here. I like that.
Yeah, I remember our big senior movie. Do you guys remember what your big senior movie was? Because ours was American Pie. American Pie was like the big movie that came out when I was a senior.
American Pie 2 was the first movie I ever saw in a movie theater, like without my parents.
Oh my god,
it was so good.
No, I never watched a senior movie, but I did watch American Pie afterwards when searching the internet for nipples.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Mm-hmm. So I've seen.
Yeah, That's an unfortunate thing for that actress, right? She was like the hot foreign chick in that movie, and then pretty much nothing ever since then. She had done a couple other movies and stuff, but
she was on Celebrity Big Brother.
Was she Shannon Elizabeth, right?
Yeah, it did not go well for her.
Yeah, I always remember that
got her.
my favorite thing discovering about Shannon Elizabeth was when I learned who her husband was, and he's basically just like a fat producer with like a beard. He looks like a porno cinematographer. And when I saw this guy when I was like in my 20s, I was like, oh, there's hope for every man on the planet. Like if she's fucking this schlub, then I'll be fine.
I'm pretty sure in Los Angeles you have to. Like it's a requirement. You have to date like a disheveled Seth Rogen looking motherfucker. Like
then my girlfriend is nailing it.
Well done.
You're way better.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I feel like I'm Seth Rogen right before he got in shape and got good looking again. I'll get there again eventually.
With a less annoying laugh, though. Congratulations, that's good.
Yeah, thank God I don't have that Cookie Monster laugh. That would be terrible.
Yeah.
So, Mike, why do you look translucent right now?
Because
I know you. I know you're not a translucent man.
I don't. Yeah, I was gonna. This in real life.
Mike looks like he's in the reboot of True Blood right now. He looks like he's been all night at a vampire bar.
I wish I looked like
just getting sucked.
Well, you look like a penis, Pete. You're just like pink.
How dare you?
I didn't mean that in a bald way.
How dare you?
Well, he's not an accurate Puerto Rican penis because he's circumcised. So there is that.
Well, I mean, my ear.
We wouldn't be able to see his eyes if it was true.
No, the Catholics they don't mutilate their children.
Thank you. I got in trouble for saying that recently. People were pissed at me.
What?
I'm like, I'm against that shit.
What? Cutting off dick ends?
Yeah.
Yes, no, it's not a nice thing. I mean, listen, I don't mind listen, it's been such a part of blah blah blah. So I don't say any parent who does it is the devil. But like, you know, I mean, shit, if we're not gonna cut off clits, let's not cut off, you know what I mean? Like we don't know, it's impossible to know what it feels like before and after. And I do notice, by the motherfucking way, I was watching Seinfeld, and Seinfeld, obviously it's run by so they have no foreskins.
I don't understand the reference. No.
So there's a grocery store in Texas called HEB. So just extrapolate that. Heeb. Okay. And it seems like circumcised motherfuckers are talk about uncircumcised dicks way more frequently than uncircumcised people talk about circumcised dicks. Like I think it's circumcised motherfuckers are insecure about losing the top. You know what I mean?
Nah, mine's more aerodynamic and clean. So I gotta tell you,
and you will never feel the way I feel. Are we gonna have a fucking circumcision showdown right now?
No. I know that I'll never know. But I will say this is that for me, the things I put in my mouth are as much about look and texture as they are about flavor. So even though I've never sucked a dick, if I did suck one, I'd probably want one that's pre-peeled. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll give you some Yelp reviews and I'll give you some ex-girlfriends' phone numbers. They're always like, wow, oh my God. It's a novelty. It's similar to if a circumcised guy, as Patrice used to talk about, a circumcised guy going over to England and he's a novelty.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because I have fans in England and they're always like, we've never seen cut ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, really? I was like, that's pretty much all I've seen in my entire life are cut ones. So
how many dicks are you seeing though?
Well, I mean, you know, through pornography and sports in school, 4,000. No, I don't know. I don't know how many.
Mike, many?
Seen enough.
What's your number up to, Michael?
Of what?
Of penises you've seen
this year?
IRL. I wonder.
Okay.
This is a good question because I'm always curious if gay guys lose count because I would assume you do.
He's the worst gay ever. I've told you this before.
It's sort of more like, what do you count? Like, what counts towards the number?
Seeing them.
Seeing them in real life.
Yeah, how many have you seen?
You're seeing them? I don't know. Not many.
It's rare that the penis comes into play and doesn't get fondled or tooted on a little bit. You know what I mean? Or find its way somewhere, you know, in the rectum or whatever. That's a rarity. So I mean, we would assume if you've seen it, it's now a sexual partner of some kind.
No, I'll tell you this. After 10 years of monogamy, my penis is like a dessert tray in a fine dining restaurant. It gets seen a lot. It gets taken around the restaurant a lot, but most people are like, "We're full. Send it back. We don't want."
Pobrecito, que lindo.
I just come out of the shower every day and I go, "Do you guys see anything here on the tray you would like?" And they go, "No, we couldn't possibly. We're all set. If you could just bring the bill." Except in a relationship, it's like if you could just pay the bill,
right?
Then you can.
I had a date the other night, and then when I got home, I was like, it's like group chat that I was typing in, and everyone was like, "Wow, you're home! I'm shocked you don't sleep with people on the first date."
This is what I mean. And I know we can go on or whatever, but you're the worst gay in that you could be rifling through peepees every 5 seconds, but you don't. It's an interesting thing to me. I don't understand it. If I could rifle through vaginas at the same rate that a gay,
you wouldn't. Trust me, you wouldn't. Because it's like it's.
Well, there's the monkeypox now, so that's a problem.
That's it. See, that's my excuse now for not getting any. Before it was like I'm just not getting any. Now it's like, I'm avoiding the monkeypox. No, though, it's too much. It's too easy. It's too much. Like, you would get sick of it real fast if things were reversed and it was like straight people. It was just about like fucking everyone, and it was that easy. If you wanted to just be a whore, to just fuck everyone, you'd be like, enough.
It kind of is. It's not as easy as guys and guys for sure, because guys don't require as much finessing. But like, there's really only like a handful of kinds of woman, and as soon as you know what she's motivated by, most women can easily be manipulated into sex. And if I was wrong, they wouldn't be crying about it on documentaries every fucking day. I mean, is there a woman in this country that hasn't been sexually assaulted at one point? I mean,
I think the numbers like one out of 4. Apparently.
Yeah, and you know why it happens all the time?
1 out of 1, apparently.
Because they're fucking dumb and they get cummed in too easy. That's why.
I see. That makes sense.
He said he was nice, so I fucked and blew him, and then turns out he's a murderer. And it's like, yeah, everyone knows he's a murderer. And I didn't know. I'm a victim. I'm
seeing the monogamy manifest. The monogamy rage.
No, mine will literally sit with me on the couch and we'll watch these, and she's like, "Oh, this bitch has been molested," and I go, "How do you know? How do you know?" And then literally 90 minutes into the documentary, she's like, "And that's when I was molested," and I just look over and my girlfriend's like, "See, they're all molested." If they're not molested, they're doctors or lawyers or something, and then all the rest of them have been molested. Some of the lawyers probably been molested
too. To be a liberal woman speaking without claiming to have been raped at some point.
Of course, yeah, it's part of their origin story. It's part of their origin story.
This is what bothers me, is that I've been deep into therapy and fucking all that shit for a long motherfucking time, and most of the women I've met with and fucked, like I come from the Patrice. He had that bit, is like, "You were molested, huh? Tell your uncle I said thank you." Like, because I hate to get woo-woo, everybody cover your fucking ears, but I can hold space for that, right? And don't be a little fucking, listen, I don't want to hear shit from you. You could be sucking on a fucking Peter right now and you're not. But also because they are dirtier and they are more down to, like, a lot of them anyway, if they've done their healing work. Again, I apologize. That could be used. With great power comes great responsibility. You know what I'm saying? They could use that molestation to help a lot of penises around the world.
But see, what I don't understand, I think a lot of people are liberally taking some of their young experimentation and calling it sexual trauma because it gives them some sort of badge of victimhood, right? Like, we all did. I grew up in outside of Philadelphia. We all did weird sexual experimentation shit around each other as kids. That's part of being a fucking kid. And now, some of these chicks who were licking pee-pees by the creek when they were 11 are like, "I was molested," and it's like, yo, they were 11 too, you fucking shit show. Okay, so you're just kids fucking around. It's different if there's a structure of like grooming and power and And, you know, like if your teacher's the one doing it, that's a problem. But if you're just blowing other 11-year-olds, you were a fucking weird kid and you've got to figure your way through it. You don't get to write 7 books.
Can we talk about, by the way, it never ceases to amaze me the things that are even up for debate today. So it seems that we are fully in the midst of these psychos trying to normalize pedophilia. I had these people come at me on Twitter the other day. Did you see this shit?
I thought it was the furries.
Oh, no, that was the day before. I got into it with the furries the day before. My Twitter's been a little bit on fire lately.
Yeah, a little bit.
I got into it with the furries. No, but this like nut job leftist YouTuber, Hunter Avalone, I can't stand that guy, went on this whole thing about how we have to destigmatize pedophilia. I was like, are you fucking
that guy sounds like something a pedophile would say.
Because it'll protect kids. And he wanted me to like go on his show and debate him. So all of these people then are like rage tweeting at me so passionate that and these are the same people who think that like 12-year-olds should get double mastectomies, that they're so passionate about this and only this. I'm like, okay, that tells me that this definitely is not about different philosophies for preventing child abuse. Like,
right, but it's also
Peter,
the same.
You ever hear Dove's great joke about that? He goes, everybody's mad about these priests and nobody's pointing a finger where it belongs on these sexy ass kids.
Right.
Remember that whole Dove Davidoff bit?
Yeah, Dove Davidoff. Yeah. But okay, these are also what's problem is
that's funny.
It's a difficult thing to jump into. Here's why. Because anytime on these shows, we're all talking about how crazy the left is. So sometimes we need a place to do that. But also sometimes it's like, yeah, of course they're going to be fucking nuts because they're mentally unstable. They're not doing they're not taking care of themselves. They haven't been fucked in a long time. The same people who would now go like, let's chop off baby dicks, we're also 5 years ago in 2017 going kill Louis C.K. because 2 women voluntarily went up to his fucking hotel room and watched him jerk off and giggled, right? So because the power dynamic, trying to reason with these people is not working. The majority of our problem is not the pedophiles, because the pedophiles and the creeps are the ones who are sneaking into these little well-meaning groups. It's the well-meaning, quote unquote, let's accept everything up to the point of everybody being fucking dead and having their dicks chopped off at 5. Like, that's the problem that we really need to work with.
Yeah, it's I still can't get over the fact that this crazy liberal, I spoke on a panel with him once, told me, he was like, because I had said their excuse for all this is like, oh, well, if you're nice to pedophiles, they'll get help. First of all, like, I love how they're just like ascribing these pedophiles to be like pillars of virtue. Oh, they just want to get help. Bull fucking ass shit. So I can't get over the fact this guy said to me, he's like, well, you need to change for them to. I need to change. I need to change for the sake of pedophiles.
Well, I think inevitably, and this is where you get dinged as a libertarian all the time, because what the left always says, libertarians are always trying to lower the age of consent. I don't give a shit what the number is, but there needs to be a federally mandated number that we agree upon where somebody is an adult and somebody is a minor. And then to me, a person who is an adult in this country should have all the freedoms adults have in this country, like drinking alcohol, buying cigarettes, doing whatever they want to do. And then anybody that's under the line is treated like a child. And so I just think we have to have a definitive answer as to where is the line, how old can because this is what's crazy to me is like, so you're telling me, and this is the fucked up logic of the left, you're telling me that a 5-year-old can make a mature enough decision to decide that they're the wrong gender, but then you're also going to say that a 17-year-old can't consent to sex in certain states. It's like, you're out of your fucking mind. Pick one. And by the way, I'm okay with raising the age of consent to 30. All right? These fucking dumb broads. Let them make them go to college and work a job before they're allowed to fuck their way through life. Let's see how they do then. They'll be clamoring for a lack of equality. If you took sex work away from 20-something-year-old women, they'd be married like fucking immediately.
No, that old little ragamuffin, shout out to her. She fucking told me, and it's something we've always talked about. But like a woman's always a feminist until she meets her like a real man. Like then there's like, oh, you know what? Actually, for some reason, my body, my fucking spirit wants to like have this guy take care of me. And
now I
like,
just want to have his babies.
Yeah, fucking surprise, bitch. I've been fucking telling all you goddamn. See, I can get rageful too. I've been telling all these fucking bras for fucking years. Yeah, absolutely. Like I'm for nature first, truth first. Like be real with that we are. The problem is that okay, so like as an example,
you're talking about something like Gavin got crucified for 10 years ago when he was on Fox, and it's totally come true. He goes, of course women are miserable in the workplace. You biologically don't want to do that. You biologically want to have babies and stay home. No wonder you're all at work unhappy. You're fucking ignoring what thousands of years of biological entrenchment is supposed to steer you towards. And they go, fuck you, you sexist. And then now all these hot conservative women on the right are going, hey, he's right, actually. Now that I have a husband and kids, I love it, and I'm way happier.
Mm-hmm. Well, in a way, it's the same thing with gay men, too, that, like, they're sold this lie of just, like, bang everyone, party your life away, be alone until you're middle-aged, and then they're all miserable by the time they hit middle age.
Right. What I think it all boils down to is similar to the same. Okay. So, like, when I was drinking and using, I had this issue where I didn't... you don't like if I want to protect that shit, right? If I want to protect the drugs that I'm doing, I'm not going to take inventory of my behavior, right? I'm not going to look at the consequences of my actions and go, I touch hot stove, I get burned. Let's adjust and take inventory. When it's just too intoxicating. Number one, being self-righteous. Number two, thinking you're a hero. Right. Number three, punishing other motherfuckers. It's fun to be a bully, right? And to get to be a bully under the guise of a virtue that is way too intoxicating to take inventory of, you know what? Did voting for this decrepit old piece of goddamn fucking dog shit who did nothing that I thought I wanted him to do, did this work out? Did this work out? Let me take inventory. Nope. Now, I also personally believe that most people are changing their mind. But that's the fundamental fulcrum. That's the fundamental fulcrum, because really, if people just take inventory and go like, okay, do I want to tie it back to the thing we're talking about, is fucking a lot of dudes and making believe I'm, Sarah Jessica Parker, horseface in Sex and the City. Is that working out for me? Let me take inventory of the consequences of my behavior. You know what? No. What if I tried this other shit? Oh, this feels good in my body. This feels good in my spirit. Surprise, surprise.
Well, and I think I think this is the thing that's funny is like with all the talk that women will sort of espouse, particularly on the left, about wanting equality, is there's not necessarily as much of that sobering existentialism of reflection in their lives that you just talked about, Peter. Like, I don't think women often sit back and go like, what is my purpose? Like, why am I here? What really does bring me joy and happiness? I think so many of them are so reactionary that they just go, they listen to the media, and the media goes, this is who you have to be to be happy. This is what you have to have a job. You have to be a woman you have to be a boss bitch, right? You have to go out and do all these things. And I don't know that women ever sort of get off of that and look and go, boy, I wonder if I would be happy with kids and a family. Like I used to, when I was in high school and coming out of it, like in my late teens, early 20s, I said what a lot of people said. I was like, I'm not going to be one of these fucking people who just stays in the town I graduated high school from and shits out a couple of kids and doesn't do anything with my life. I'll tell you this. All of those people that I follow on Facebook are the happiest fucking people I follow on Facebook. They're the happiest people, right? They're not bothered by anything in the fucking world. They probably don't even vote. They have their kids and their family. They inherited their house from their parents. They have a landscaping business or some shit. They love their lives. It's like Cypher in the Matrix. It's like, the ignorance is bliss. He's like, I know that the machine is telling me that the steak is delicious or whatever. I know it's not real. I don't give a fuck. So people like us that are cursed with this sort of sense of greater meaning or greater purpose than that, I view that as an affliction. That's not liberating. That's not empowering. It's like that is a fucking cross to bear for the rest of your life, that I don't wake up and go, let me take the kids to school and make a breakfast and get some laundry done and just do it all again tomorrow. I wake up and go, what the fuck am I doing with my life? What am I leaving for the world behind? What am I, like, does my existence matter? Am I wasting my life? And I wish I didn't ever question that. I wish I just woke up like a fucking fish every day, swam around the bowl, ate some flakes, and went back to sleep.
Yeah.
Damn.
I do have some days like that, but I can't have a lot of them because I'll fucking go crazy.
Right.
Yeah, no. And I think there's sort of been this effort for the last few decades or stuff that like the worst, most self-destructive, most toxic elements of the gay culture, they're applying to straight people now and saying this is a great model for how straight people should live their lives, especially women. And it's like you said, nobody questions it. Like, God, the idea at the current age that I am, the idea of like going out to clubs and is just so unappealing to me. Like at this point, I just want to like get married and have a damn farm or something.
Right. That's part of the reason I moved to Austin, is to get a little, I got some herbs. Everybody, I know how to fucking, I herbs. I have ready. You want to meet Zuzu? Boom. God damn it. She's a ZZ plant. That's people the gay shit I'm getting into. What?
People think you mean the weed. You don't even smoke the weed.
No. But I'm saying it's an herb. Like I'm learning how to grow my own shit. I'm researching chicken coops. I'm going fucking all in. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
I think those are all going to be necessary skills here in the future. Well, this is the thing that nobody thinks about. It's like, this is kind of like, I don't necessarily think of myself as a religious or spiritual person, but I do constantly think about the fact that like if a solar flare hit this planet tomorrow and wiped out all of our electrical grid, right? Like,
or Bill Gates.
Do you know how to hunt? Do you know how to fish? Do you know how to grow food? Because if your phone turns off and your power turns off and everything turns off, how are you going to live? And so, I think more and more people are starting to ask themselves, like, do I have the tools for survival? It's like that is a very realistic possibility. Like, I can't remember. I was watching a Rogan one time, but they were talking about how many solar flares happen that don't reach Earth or pass by the planet. And it's like, if one of those fucking things fires off from the sun and hits the planet, I mean, it could be catastrophic. And so it's like, they're basically like sun farts. And like, we're literally just dodging sun farts all the time. Same thing, like they talk about asteroids, how many asteroids almost hit the planet every fucking year. And it's like, and we say almost, and they're still like millions of miles away, but it only takes one. And then immediately everybody would be like, oh, I guess trans people using women's bathrooms isn't that big of a deal.
And in the interim, there are uncountable benefits to your fucking spirit, your mind, your body, to all that stuff by learning to be more self-sufficient in the now anyway. So it also helps you in the future, just in case that shit happens or when that shit happens. But it also helps because, doing more push-ups makes me feel more fucking manly. Feeling more manly makes me feel easier to talk to women. Talking to more women, now I get to decide, that one's a loser, that one's a loser. I found a fucking winner. Now we get to decide together, let's look at this fucking world we want to build, this little fucking family unit. Like it all starts from little taking care of ourselves,
Man. Also, parentheses, I wanted to say, hey, Therese, hey, Kevin, hey, everyone, hey, Esteban. Why does Mikey look so black and white? I don't know.
The HIV is finally settling in.
It's the monkeypox.
This is the end of Philadelphia, Mike. That's what it is. Philadelphia Act 3.
Nice and thin, so.
That's true. You don't have heroin chic, you have AIDS chic.
Oh, I like that. Like, I love thin like AIDS patients, but without like the rest of everything that comes along.
Yeah, you're just missing the little pock marks. You're missing the little oof.
Have you guys seen, by the way, these stories of these people who have monkeypox and they're like, oh, I went to an orgy where 27 people pissed on me, and then I went to another one the next day. How did I get the monkeypox? This one guy wrote a thread, this homo, wrote this whole thread about all the people he fucked. He fucked 42 guys in a week. Doesn't know how he got monkeypox. Who?
Right.
Well, how many monkeys did he fuck is the question. That's what we need to know, because
Yeah, because it's not okay for white people to fuck black people. It's true. I think it's you should separate the. That was a joke about black people being monkeys. Everybody, thank you so much.
That's funny. That's the worst joke. People often ask me this, like when we do like stand up Q&As and stuff. They go, "What's the worst joke you've ever written? Like the most offensive joke you ever written?" And it was a joke. I've told it on stage, I think 1 or 2 times. It was in my notebook forever. And the joke was, I watched this documentary the other night where I found out that AIDS, it did come from monkeys. And then I also found out they get really mad if you call them that. Which is like,
I will send you the timestamps for the clips to take.
But what's so perfect about that joke is that I don't actually say anything offensive, but it's all in the listener's mind.
Yeah,
they know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's just like, I'm not racist. You are. You would have never put it together.
Right.
The only politically correct response to that joke is, I don't get it.
Right.
If you're just like, that's horrible, it's like, that's only horrible because you're horrible.
Right. Yeah, no, I was talking to Gino on the show for the show tomorrow, and I talked about that. Somebody, my people on my who follow me are fucked up too, and we were talking about something in the comments one day a couple of years ago, and someone was like, "Yeah, I said something." They said something like, "Yeah, I didn't you think Schindler's List was hot?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a sucker for anything in a red dress." That's a double whammy, baby.
That's a double.
When I was in like 7th grade or something, they made us watch Schindler's List, and the old Italian teacher would just like run in front of the screen and cover it up anytime someone was naked. I'm like, you really think anyone is finding this sexual, the naked people in the concentration camps?
Holocaust chic. That's the next level. Right now you're at AIDS chic.
I like how you went to a school where they made you watch Schindler's List. We had to put it on the request list for movie day for about 2 years before they let us watch Schindler's List.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I got to tell you guys about, so the other night I was on Chrissy Marr's show, The Wet Spot.
Mayor.
What's that?
It's Mayor. Everyone is confused by the lack of an E. It's just Mayor.
It's one of those things that like I've always meant to ask her and I always forget. But then I also am like, we've been friends for like a year. I'm like, I feel like I don't know how to say your name.
That's what I already like this about Peter. He just goes, it's fucking Mayor for the 7. Let's just set the record straight for everyone. It's Mayor.
Mayor.
Yeah.
So anyway, though, so she has this great show of like kind of like sex and love advice. So I go on it. It's a bunch of porn stars and me. So I'm so excited for you guys. It comes out on Labor Day. I'm so excited for you to see this. There was this, no disrespect, of course. There was this skanko, this like the tits out to here. You know when chicks get like the huge fake tits and there's the huge gap in the middle and they just
it's awful.
Like, love it.
That's awful. You know what that is? You know what that is for me? You know what that is for me? That's like the tits equivalent of when the bottom of a hot dog or sandwich bun gets ripped out and it's like, this ain't a roll. This is 2 pieces of bread, you fucking liar. That's what I feel about tits that don't connect in the middle. They make me as sad as a ripped hot dog bun.
But every once in a while, this is everybody cover your ears. But for me, I like the variety. Every once in a while, I'll get on a fucking weird fake tits, kick for like a couple of days.
Shitty?
What?
Do they feel shitty?
I was with one girl who had fake ones that felt like fucking rocks. But then I've been with other fakes. I know I've been with a couple girls with fake tits. No.
Yeah, there's a couple nice ones. It really, dude, it comes down to this. Did they spend $5,000 or did they spend $10,000? If they spent $10,000, they feel fantastic. If they spend $5,000 and most of you spend $5,000, they're fucking tragic.
And also it depends on if, I think that one chick who had the rock titties, she probably got them in like, 2001. She was a little older. That's all I'm saying. I think she was a little older,
Yeah, I bet Kim Kardashian's fake tits probably feel like milkshake product in a bag. You know what I mean? That they would put in a milkshake machine. I bet that's what hers feel like. Just heaven.
Can I also just I fucking no part of me wants to fuck Kim Kardashian. I would, but no part of me wants to fuck Kim Kardashian.
Not
I don't
now
understand.
that she's had. I don't want to be Eskimo brothers with Pete Davidson now. So I would.
Who is the least funny motherfucker
honestly
in the fucking world? The only people who like fucking Pete Davidson are Lorne Michaels and other white liberals. Fuck the lot of them.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't like him at all. And what was I gonna say? There's no hate, but he's just gross. He's gross. He looks like the human Jack Skellington.
You know why there's vitriol? It's not because of him necessarily. It's because of how much he's elevated. That's what bothers me. It's that regardless of the group conscious, we've all decided we don't like him. It's like Trevor Noah. We've all decided that we don't like this person, but they're just going to keep showing it to us because they know what's best for us, and they've made backdoor deals that they will get their fucking advertisement money anyway. So they're just going to keep shoving him down our fucking throat.
Yeah, he got mad at me. He got mad at me a few months ago because I called him out for being fucking lame, and I said I was blacker than Trevor Noah, and I was like, I know more. I said specifically, I know more about what it's like to be black in this country than Trevor Noah does, and then he came at me. He came at me and was like, "Well, if your idea, whatever his fucking shitty South African accent, if your idea of being, black in America is saying the N-word all the time, then you win." And I was like, "Yeah, here's the thing, it's more uncomfortable when Trevor says it than when I say it, and I'll take that to the grave." If you put us in a room and you said, "Josh, you say the N-word," and Trevor Noah says the N-word, I bet you if you polled black people, they would go, which you're not supposed to do anymore. But if you polled them, they would go, I actually like when the white guy says it more. It's really uncomfortable when Trevor says it because he is a wolf in sheep's clothing. And by the way, I do know more about what it's like to be black. And I don't have a $27 million house in Malibu that's my vacation home where I go to fuck Minka Kelly so that people don't know I'm gay.
Ooh, yeah, absolutely. Number one. And number two, you look like you enjoy fried chicken more than Trevor Noah.
100%. If you go through the list of black qualifications, I check way more off the box. If we really, that's why I always say, like, there are guys, remember the old stand-up bit where he was like, there shouldn't be DUIs. There shouldn't be a legal limit. If I can pass the test that I can drive drunk, I should be allowed to drive drunk. If I can pass the N-word test, I should have full free reign to use it. And I guarantee you, if you put us in fucking Nig Squares and it's me and Trevor Noah, and I gotta go back and forth with him on black knowledge, American black history, pop culture, whatever, I'll crush him. I will crush him. I am 10 times blacker than Trevor Noah ever will be on his best day. Rant over. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, wonderful. And I'm sorry, Mike, but I also need to just tag it with this. The reality is, and thank you very much, Michael, for organizing this. Me and Josh, you want to fuck later, Josh? Me and Josh want to start fucking.
Yeah. So I can't. I'm black. We're against that. We don't gay. Black people don't gay.
They don't gay. They DL. But have you also noticed that the only I always go back to this. One of the main characteristics that we, the country, have all loved about black people, even though they're real good at crime. Okay. Yeah, we get that. They're also real fucking good at just being fucking cooler. Right. So if you look at Trevor Noah, okay, here it is. Who looks like they can fuck? Okay. Trevor Noah or Larry Elder? Come on, motherfucker. Larry Elder can fuck, bro. Who looks like they can fuck?
He does.
Ta-Nehisi Coates? Does Ta-Nehisi Coates with his big fucking dick sucking lips, does he look like he can fuck a girl? Come on. Or Thomas fucking Sowell, big dick ass Thomas Sowell, bro. Come on, be fucking real. Be fucking real. These are lying ass. You know what it is? These are tame black people. That's why these racist white liberals like these motherfuckers, because they're tame black people.
Why they like
their house ends to keep the stream from getting kicked off YouTube. But yes, that's why they love those, but they love the disarming. Eddie Griffin said this on radio many, many years ago, and people crucified him, but he was like, there's a reason why people like Lil Rel Howery. There's a reason why people like Gerard Carmichael, because these are black men that you don't fear. These are black men you're not afraid are going to fuck your wife or your daughter and none of that shit. You got these pussy-ass black dudes. I'm trying to do Eddie Griffin half-assed, but
yeah.
But you got these pussy-ass black dudes on TV. They like them because they half gay.
and not just that. I literally, the only people who have a problem with me saying nigger, I mean the N-word, to keep it on the stream, is the only people who have a problem with me saying the N-word are white motherfuckers. I have literally had black people on my show thank me for saying the word nigger rather than the phrase the N-word. So who should I listen to? Uptight ass motherfucking Berkeley ass white bitches?
It's a good example.
Black people.
Particularly with like comedy, like the one that killed me, and where Bill Maher could literally go full. Bill Maher could literally go full conservative and suck Donald Trump's dick live on his show, and I would never forgive Bill Maher because as a comedian, he literally let them put Ice Cube on his show and apologize to him for using the word in a joke where the word was absolutely necessary for the joke to work. I mean, it was like a perfect joke. Perfectly timed, perfectly placed, and absolutely required the usage of that word. I have a new bit now that I'm working on that I might do in Vegas. I'm definitely going to do it in New York. That where I probably use up the limit of ends that a white guy can get away with in one set. But the point is it is absolutely necessary in this joke for the joke to work. If I say N-word or I say black people or whatever, it doesn't work because the word is specific. Like, think about the classic Chris Rock bit. Does that bit work if he doesn't say the N-word when he's comparing black people to when, you know what I'm talking about? The famous, where he's like, every time black people have a good time, so a nigga show up. Right. So like, that joke, the most iconic stand-up bit of all time, of anyone of all time. That's the most iconic bit that's ever been done, recorded, and published. If he self-censors in that joke, even as a black comic, that joke doesn't go anywhere, and we'd probably never find out who Chris Rock is. So words have power, and sometimes that you need that power to power a thought or an idea or whatever you're talking about. And so the idea that the usage of the word automatically makes you racist is insane, just like the usage of any word doesn't make you something. Like, you know, I probably say faggot more than the N-word in my life, and I love gay people so much to the point where a lot of people think I am one. So
I can take them or leave them.
But no, it's the same thing. It's not just that, but it's also oh fuck, what the hell was I gonna goddamn say? Oh, I did like that you were saying that the N-words don't work. I'm like, why is Josh saying that the N-word doesn't work? See, that fucking failed.
The N-word. Oh, like the word N-word doesn't work. Yeah.
No, I forgot where I was going to go, but it is disingenuous, but it's also, again, it ties back to the thing I was saying earlier, that you cannot wrestle away the hero that the white liberals think that they are.
Yes.
That's impossible.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I use it on my show, mostly talking about fucking white people when I say the word. But you cannot wrestle. That's why I use identity politics to kill identity politics. When all those people said, when George Floyd died, which, by the way, again, I'll say it again, he said he couldn't breathe before they put him on the ground. But anyway, when George Floyd died, and I saw a bunch of people, white motherfuckers online, just listen to black people. White people need to shut up. And I was like, really? Bunch of fucking black conservatives. What about them? What about them? What about them? What about them? And all these. Yeah, but it did shake some people up. Cognitive dissonance does work. And it made a couple of people. I had one motherfucker tell me that he decided to vote for Trump in 2020 because of all the black conservatives that I had on my show.
Yeah, people like Candace and Brandon Tatum, you know, all those good ones.
Yeah. Okay, good. You're joking.
Anyway, Mike, you say something. We've been taking up.
I can take or leave.
Yeah.
Let me parentheses. We had a super chat. Thank you so much, McKay. Sweet discussion, dudes. Thanks for what you do. Oh, thank you. P.S. I've made fantastic progress disabusing my straight men friends of the shallow woke bullshit they've absorbed from their girlfriends. Hell yes! Good for you. Using my homo privilege for good. Yes! You are awesome.
Yeah, there's just
we have super chats, by the way. Send me your super chats. It will go to the Mike Getting the Fuck Out of New York Fund.
Yeah, very good cause. Very good cause. First of all, you need that Florida tan. I think when you make me look like I have color, you get your ass to Florida, man.
I am a person of color. The color is just like translucent.
Have you ever seen the movie Dark City? That's what you look like. You just need some glasses.
Like Richard O'Brien. I will take that.
Okay.
By the way, we have lots of comments from people who have had the sexual relations with people with fake things. So Chris had a girlfriend with fake tits. Hey, Chris, by the way. I had a girlfriend with fake boobs. I could tell they weren't natural, but they were still really nice. Definitely not rocks. She had the $10,000 ones.
They're fine. They're fine. The problem is when women go too big.
Esteban had sex with a guy with a fake ass. That I want to know more about.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
I'll tell you, I probably need that. Mikey, you've seen me. I have no ass. Whatsoever.
I have no ass.
No, that's very true. Yeah, you have none either. I remember, I think you were wearing a thong when I saw you last time.
Shut up, I do not wear thongs.
It might have just been regular underwear and they just looked like a thong and you're tiny. I mean, the sad thing is we have the same ass. The difference is I've just pounded mine with cheesesteaks forever.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I need to send out a missing persons report.
Yeah, somebody in the chat goes, do squats. Yeah, I know how to get an ass. I believe squats are classified as exercise, and anyone who knows me knows I have a pretty strong policy against that.
Yeah, Josh is busy saving the world doing podcasts.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
You know what's funny? That fucking psychotic bitch, Carlin, who has made up so many lies about me. One time, someone sent me a clip that she was like, and he has no ass. I was like, all right, that's the one true thing she's ever said about me.
Right, it's valid.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that rabbit hole gets deep and dark and scary the further down it you go. My God.
You mean his ass?
No.
How dare you?
Dude, we just renamed all your podcasts The Rabbit Hole with Harlow.
We have the burning questions up in here.
And the logo should just be Mike or a rabbit like looking back at you while it's holding its asshole open. That should be the logo of the Rabbit Hole podcast.
Yeah, it's very Alice in Wonderland.
And then Mikey's face should be inside the rabbit's ass, like just popping out of it.
Actually, this is what we'll do. This is going to be the life story of Michael W. Harlow, is that you will, which by the way, I fucking claim that fucking W, okay? That's my fucking, that came from me, cocksuckers. But is like, okay, is an Alice in Wonderland, right? Where you're Alice, but you're also the queen, right? Because that's different parts of your personality. Your asshole is the hole, right? We'll have Josh can be the rabbit. He's very late for an important date.
I feel like I'm more of a Cheshire cat, but sure.
Well, it's hard to take inventory of ourselves. I'm a fucking Cheshire #1 and maybe Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Because, I mean, look at the thing. Let's be real.
Dude, actually, what's funny is we're sitting here, we're fucking around, but a reimagining of Alice in Wonderland where she is both the queen and Alice as like a chick with mental. I think we just won an Oscar. I think if we actually wrote that fucking movie and made that movie, that shit would win an Academy Award instantaneously.
And they have to give it to me because I'm a person of color. So if they don't give it to me, they're racist.
Well, we have to let you direct it or else we don't stand a chance.
Exactly.
I'm excited.
What's in the cabinet behind you?
What cabinet? There's no cabinet.
Are you implying that there's bodies?
No, there's. Are they talking about my closet doors? Just shoe boxes and coats. It's a coat closet. What do you expect?
And a mint green Adidas tracksuit.
No, that's in the bedroom closet. We keep that where we fucks.
Yeah. Does the zipper go all the way down to like the undercarriage so you can just?
No, there's no zipper on the pants. They're pull-ups.
No, I mean, I wish it was like, I wish it was like a jumpsuit. So you could like get it all the way down.
Oh, like a flight suit. I knew a guy wore those all the time. Drove me nuts. Somebody in the chat also asked if I'm cut or uncut. I think we covered this. Cut.
Questions.
He's a dirty boy. He's a dirty Uden.
I realized, by the way, about a decade ago, when I was sitting at a diner with these dudes at like 4 a.m, and they kept asking me shit like that, and they were getting very frustrated that I wasn't answering them, and so they kept asking shit. I was like, I realized if you don't tell people shit like that, they will continue wondering about your junk. So I like that.
Okay.
That's the only issue I would have if any photos of me came out. Like, I would be very, they would, good lighting, good angles, all good. But I just wouldn't want to kill the mystery.
I hear you.
That would be my only issue. Otherwise,
I would
like, great.
Part of me would only like not want to kill the mystery because I eventually want kids and a family. So it's like, God damn it. I saw your dad's dick. Like, that's no good. You can't do that. What
mystery is left with you after like 200 plus episodes of Conservative?
How dare you, sir? I have not shown my pee-pee. I almost got it sucked after a show, but I have not.
Which show? See, in my head, I almost did after doing one of your shows, but that's just like in my,
Oh yes, I am aware.
But that's in my.
You like some skinny. You like some skinny.
Anyway.
You got to be careful with that, Mike. You'll make a fire.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You rub them twigs together. You guys will start a fire.
And that's where the name fag came from. A faggot was two rubbing two sticks.
Oh my God! You just blew my mind.
They burn them. I thought.
Well, yeah, faggots. Yeah, no, it's literally was like that's why they call it a fag. It's like a stick on fire in England with all their uncut junk.
They would like burn them at the stake and light the.
I think that's like a liberal myth that they were like they used to.
It's a liberal myth. It's a liberal myth like the moon landing.
They used to say things like there was I think it was in a movie or something one time where it was like they used to use homosexuals and witches as kindling. They would throw them on the faggots to burn, and so that's where the term faggot came from. And I go, well, we don't call witches faggots. Like, this goddamn faggot over here is casting spells on me. Call the cops.
Wait. So since Mikey likes the mystery, does that mean he likes the glory hole? Fuck no. I don't understand. I am not that trusting. I don't understand how anyone is that trusting. I would just assume if you stick your dick in something unknown and don't know what's on the other side, it's going to get chopped off. And also,
I got to be honest, though.
They're not cute? What if they're not cute? What if they don't have a good personality? Like, I would.
I'm going to kill this motherfucker.
I think the glory hole gets a bad reputation because it's often used for penises. If you fed me sandwiches through a glory hole in a bathroom, I would. Like, let's not throw out the entire medium of glory hole just because it's used to traffic penises all the time, right? Like, They move prostitutes around in moving trucks. We don't get rid of U-Hauls,
Right. Imagine like a Nathan's coming through with the bun.
Yes. If I was in a bathroom and there was a glory hole next to me and somebody shoved a Hostess cupcake through it, I'd suck his dick. I'd go around the other side and suck his dick.
Yeah, you'd offer. It's like the same thing I said about Trent Reznor. I was like, I'm not bisexual, but if Trent needed something, like he'd at least get an HJ from me. You know what I mean? Because he made Closer. You know what I mean? He made that guy. He's made amazing music. If he needs my fingers for some reason, I'll figure it out. Don't. He's
one of my favorite and biggest musical influences. What was I gonna say? What was that? Pretty Hate Machine? That was like such an iconic record.
Yeah,
I feel like you have done the glory hole.
Me?
I have not. I would never.
No, listen. This is where you and I get our wires crossed here, our faggots crossed. Is that you think I defend fetishes and kinks because I'm into them? No. I defend fetishes and kinks because I get it, and I want as long as it's between consenting fucking adults, do your do. Because at a certain point, I've had motherfuckers, especially prude motherfuckers, sometimes like somebody I No, say things like, "Oh, I could never. Why would you choke someone? I couldn't be."
I never said that.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I've had other people say it who are like, "Oh, I couldn't." So they have that same reaction that you have to the glory.
Yeah, I'm not.
They have.
I'm not into it.
The regular shit for me.
The choking, I'm not into. I'm not into the choking.
I'm not even saying.
I don't.
Okay, so
I don't like prisons, so it's hard for me to get into it. I feel like. And I unfortunately read Of Mice and Men as a child, so I know what happens.
Okay, but wait a second. No.
I don't want to get retard shot in a creek, because I fucking gave her what she wanted.
With someone as angry at women as you are, I feel like this would be the perfect outlet for you.
No,
watching a girl pass out. Come on, it's fun.
No, I would never choke one recreationally. If I did it, it was to fucking finish her off. You know what I mean?
I see.
And not in a sexual way. I don't think I could choke a woman without killing her. If I was already that close, I think I'd have to. I would start thinking about the good of humanity and shit, and I'd snuff her the fuck out.
I see. But seriously, watching her pass, like there's something real fucking goddamn sad. But okay, let's bring it even closer to you, because apparently someone, a little AIDS looking birdie, told me that you like to eat ass, Josh.
Me? I like to eat ass. No, I don't like to eat ass.
You
I have
about that.
I have eaten. I have eaten ass. I have, but it's not like
about ass. And that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have eaten ass before, but I mean, it's not, it doesn't do anything for me.
Okay, but all I'm saying is, okay, but someone could have the same reaction that little Michael W. Harlow had about glory holes, that they to your tooting on a butthole.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all about don't yuck someone's yum. There's plenty of people out there that like real kinky shit. I'm just not one of them.
No, that's all I'm saying. Hi, Jay. Welcome, baby girl. You're in the right. You're in the right place. You're among friends. You're in a safe place. If a Nathan's hot dog,
I think all these homos who are into like weird fucking shit, it's because they're all like boring and horrible in bed. So they,
you know what weird shit I wish homos weren't into? Marriage and adoption. No, I'm kidding. How fucking funny would it be? How funny would it be if I was one of those guys?
All you got to do, Josh, is just move to Ukraine. You're good.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he tried to have husbands, so we kill.
We send him in bomb to Russian soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no glory holes for you. That is fucking terrifying.
Yeah. You're homosexual. You like to adopt child. Why? So he can bury you.
Right. I wonder why Ben Stiller didn't bring that up. I wonder why Ben faggot fucking Stiller didn't bring that up when he was meeting Zelensky.
His middle name is Fat. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's Jewish.
Must come from his mother's side.
Los Angeles Jews are my least favorite Jews.
You're not wrong.
Why am I bringing up the worst opinions of mine? Give me an Upper West Side Jew all fucking day long.
No, because you didn't grow up around the Upper West Side Jews, and they were all like, they were the original Karens.
Okay, I'll rephrase it. Give me a Diamond Center, a Diamond District fucking Jew, a fucking absolutely. There's so much.
Do they make any other kind?
Yeah, Los Angeles, the Seth Rogans of the world. Eat my dick. Fuck off, Canadian cocksucking ass. Ugh.
Yeah, but see, wouldn't that make him a Vancouver Jew or whatever, not a LA Jew? I mean, I know he's been here for a while.
Vancouver's the same thing as Los Angeles. Come on now, let's be real.
Well, that's that's the same problem with like LA black people, like Hollywood black people. Let me specify. You go to LA, they have real black people down there. You go to Hollywood, we don't have black people here.
No,
we have African Americans. Like,
right.
I like black people. Show me some black people. Don't show me some milk toast that went to Stanford and has a little bit more melanin in their skin than I do.
And what's the fulcrum there, everybody? Because obviously they're not going to listen to us anyway because we're evil racists, blah, 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 blah. But the fulcrum is not, I know what the right way a black person's supposed to act. Here's a good clarifying point. When Joe Rogan got in trouble for saying nigger, I saw a couple of black people offended, but I saw none wanting to censor him. It was only white motherfuckers. It was only smelly, khaki wearing, fucking cocksucking ass motherfucker. I'm into Of Montreal or whatever that fucking band is. You know what I mean? Like it was pumpkin spice latte ass motherfuckers. Okay, it was no black people wanted to censor Joe Rogan.
By the way, parentheses. Josh, I saw you live in Florida. When are you moving to Florida? Move with me, Josh.
Oh my God, no! I if I move, I would never go to Florida.
Why?
First of all, it's the peak humidity, which just doesn't work. I don't want to be somewhere the whole week. The whole weekend I walked around in Florida. I was just covered in a layer of tit sweat all over my body, walking around Orlando. So Florida's a no for me. I will say the only place in Florida I've been that I like is St. Augustine, which is really cool. And it's kind of, yeah. And then, but if I went anywhere over there, it would be Charleston, South Carolina. That's the place I would live. It's like, it's like Florida with actual cuisine.
What? South Carolina has food.
Phenomenal food. Food.
Not just barbecue?
No, they have great barbecue, but they have great seafood. They have and now they have a little bit of everything because it's become this place that everybody wants to live. It's like it's kind of like the hipster haven of the Southeast now, but it's and not even hipster, but it's like, but that's the difference is like the black people in Charleston are actual black people. They're not like, I went to Stanford and I know about I studied black theory. It's like, okay, get the fuck out of my face. And then you know, what's kind of fun about Charleston is it's like one of the last cities in this country that feels like a time capsule in that like you can walk down the main streets, King Street, Queen Street, and on the left side, it'll be like Apple Store, The Gap, all these new stores and restaurants and businesses, Chipotle, whatever. And you look on the right and they are 250-year-old historically preserved plantation homes, like literally from the Civil War era. So it's like, and they can't be touched because they're historically preserved. And so it's kind of cool to be like, to be able to walk down the street and go, holy shit, look how far we've come. And I actually think that's why it's a much more sort of like integrated family feeling in Charleston than other cities, because, you know, it's like you want a reminder of slavery. It's right across the street. You know what I mean? And so I think people, in a strange way, I think like it's a good constant reminder for both white people and black people, like shit used to be way worse. So like, let's just enjoy each other. Does that make sense? It would be like if there was a massive nuclear war, Holocaust in America, if you had to live in that post-apocalyptic world around you all the time, you would be like, fuck, man, do you think anybody would give a shit about who's posting what on Twitter if we literally were living in former war zones? So I do think it is kind of like that's why I'm so against taking down statues. It's like, why would you take down the thing that reminds us of of all the fucking horrors that had to go down for America to be what it is today? You know, and that's a real interesting thing that I love to ask when I debate black people about racism in America or slavery or things like that. I go, you know, we did have a pretty significant slave trade in the United States, but we also have created the highest level of black wealth and prosperity of any nation in the world. It's not even close. So my question would be, if we could go back in time and undo slavery, but it meant that black people could only essentially achieve the amount of success they have in every other country in America and not achieve the amount of success they have in America, would you do it? And I would bet overwhelmingly the honest answer would be no. Like, we had slavery, but we also have the NFL. We also have the music industry. We also have the cinema, the Hollywood, the entertainment industry. Those industries are kind of in other places, but not to the degree they are here. And they've made black people multimillionaires for half a century or more.
And another thing is, by the way, America was responsible for only 5% of the Atlantic slave trade. Yeah. Like we perfected. I get it. We perfected it once they got here. But as far as bringing them from, we're only responsible for 5. Brazil was off the motherfucking hook. Okay, Brazil was off that shit, and they did it for a lot longer. You know what I mean? And one of my favorite things is Mauritania. You know how Mauritania only outlawed slavery in 1981. Okay, and that's only because NATO was pushing on them, or UN or whatever the fuck. And then there wasn't any legal consequence for slavery until 2007. So even though they had it illegal on paper, there was no legal consequence for slavery. And in Libya, I think they're still rocking and rolling. So, you know,
that's the point. Is like, you know, I think we've done more. Dinesh D'Souza talked about this in a documentary of his once, but we've done more to correct the sin of slavery than any other nation ever has. And when you look at the kind of prosperity black people have achieved in this country because of that overcorrection, then it's like, yeah, it's part of the story, but it's also part of why this country is so fucking great. If we would have gotten rid of slavery earlier, we would have never maintained our independence as a nation, and America as you know it today would be much more like Canada. We'd still have the fucking queen on our money. Like, right. So that, you know, and that's why there were black slave owners and plantation owners who gave money to the Confederacy and had their sons fight in the Confederacy. They knew that the financial autonomy of America was dependent on slave labor at the time. And without it, and without a solution for it, the fucking country would have gone back into debt with the Bank of England, and America would cease to exist as it is today. And so, you know, these are all the larger discussion points around the topic of slavery that never gets discussed, because as much as people want to talk about whitewashing history, if we actually told the truth, it would spell out the fact that we've actually already whitewashed history by just painting white people as these evil doers who had no other intentions or motives other than to dehumanize black people.
Right.
Which is my fucking job to do as a comedian.
Well done. And the other thing is too, is like, what was that old Colin Quinn joke? And I can't ever just, you know, I personally, again, just a quick tangent, but Colin Quinn was my favorite living comedian of all time. Living comedian, sorry. And I think he's fucking hilarious. I will never give him another fucking cent because he performed at a place that requires vaccine without Colin Quinn. He's dead to me.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Yeah, but anyway, but I'm not saying, and he didn't even like at least Gino, he had his road. It's a long story. Suffice it to say, yeah, sorry, Colin, no more. My favorite book of all time is The Coloring Book, but no more money from me. But anyway, one thing he said was, we're in the process of the longest apology of all time. The world's longest apology.
Yes.
That's what it is here in America.
Yeah.
And as anybody who's ever been bullied, okay, I'm sensitive to this shit. Okay. And I've been a fucking bully before, right? So I could sniff it. Okay. And just because you now have a virtue behind you doesn't mean you're not a fucking bully. And so when, like any abuser, oh, no, we're just going to keep moving the goalposts. No. If you said, hey, white people, we're going to write it down on paper, you need to give us 10 years of, we're going to keep saying, you need to give us, if you put it down on fucking paper, this is going to end. Okay, fine. Now we could disagree on the length, on the severity, but it's just a blank check. Fuck a blank check. Fuck any abuser with that bullshit, right?
Yeah, it's that Family Guy had a great line about this. It wasn't to do with black people, but it was with transgender. And Quagmire's dad, who's trans, sits at a bar and he starts smoking, and the bartender comes over and he goes, sir, you can't smoke in here. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry, I'm transgender. And he goes, oh, okay, do whatever you want forever.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's America's answer to every minority group about all of their grievances. Black people, trans people, they just go, wait a minute, I'm black. And they go, oh, okay, do whatever you want forever.
Black people have some grievances, but like trans mania is beyond me.
But how is letting them walk out of Walgreens with $1,000 of fucking shit reparate? Like, explain how that's fixing racism in America.
I'm just saying,
because I'll tell you this. I tell you this, watching video after video after video of that shit on Libs of TikTok or Street People of Los Angeles or any of these accounts, it's not going to make people less racist. How long before people look and they go, wow, these are all black people. All these shootings, all these follow home robberies, all these heists, they're all black people. How long before that's going to actually create more racism? I bet it's already happening. Because this is the beautiful thing about being called racist on the internet in front of the whole world, is that actual racists think that I'm their confidant. They go, hey, you get this. Let me tell you how I'm feeling. And so I am literally like a father in a cathedral for actual racists. And they come to me with their confessions. And I'll tell you, I'm getting a lot more fucking phone calls than I was 10 years ago. I'll tell you that. And it's because this shit is creating new racism. It's like when you allow a certain sect of society to operate above the law, outside the scope of society, any of that, all you're going to do is breed hate and resentment. That's all that's going to happen.
Right, and they're petulant children, right? But the thing is that why? Here's another idea, another way to frame it. Crime is caused by poverty. Really? Why are most poor people not doing crime? What's the fulcrum then? Are you saying that because most poor people, most fucking black people are not doing crime? So why are they mature enough and these other dumb little cocksuckers are not mature? What's the fulcrum? It's not black skin. It's not black skin. What is it? You fucking, it's so dehumanizing. It's so fucking offensive. It's insulting. And I've had so many fucking black people, not just on my show, but my fucking friends who are like, I ain't down with that fucking bullshit. Don't give me no fucking charity. I'm a fucking man. Suck my dick with that bullshit. I don't want no fucking, oh, here's a handout because you can't do better. Sideways dick, motherfucker. And lastly,
yeah, the soft bigotry of low expectations.
Yeah, Ada, or Ada, I always forget her name. I'm sorry. Ada Akpala. She used to be Different Voice X. I love her. She's fucking a badass. She's been on my show a couple times. She's got a big YouTube channel and she's kicking ass over in United Kingdom. And she's, I believe, Nigerian who moved to the UK when she was young. And she talks about, she was on my show. She was like, okay, reparations, cool. How much is Africa going to pay? Because them motherfuckers sold a lot of slaves. They bought a lot of it. You know, this idea that a couple of British motherfuckers went running into the jungle and these wonderful, peaceful black people, because everybody had black skin, and so everybody was just kings, just grabbed these black people out of the woods. That's not how the fuck it happened. Right. So how much are the reparations going to be paid by black people? Here's another fucking question. I'm fucking Puerto Rican. I'm half Puerto Rican. So what percentage, qualify it for me, right? Is Trevor Noah going to have to pay himself? How does that fucking work? Because he's a half blackie, right? So where does it end, you dumb motherfuckers?
By the way, parentheses,
that stuff's dumb.
Parentheses, hey, Leah, we love you. Hey, Mikey, Peter, Josh, in the middle of a movie with my boyfriend. Just wanted to drop in and say hi. You're all awesome. Keep doing it. You're the best. We love you.
Great.
I want to know what the movie is. I want to know what the movie is.
Yeah, what movie are you watching?
Yeah, what movie would it be appropriate for someone to be screaming nigger in the middle of the theater?
I saw
Birth of a Nation.
I saw Bodies, Bodies, Bodies the other night with stupid Pete Davidson. It was good.
When you said you saw it with Pete Davidson, I thought you went with Pete Davidson to a movie.
No, I had a date.
Oh, okay. The movie had Pete Davidson in it. I got you.
Yeah. Oh, wait, though. I never told you guys what happened with Chrissy Mayer and the porn star.
The fake titties. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. We really went through the gamut on that, huh?
Oh, she's watching Casablanca.
What?
That's unexpected.
Well, there aren't any blacks in that. I'll tell you that.
No, that's the one playing the piano. Isn't he black?
I thought Leo would be watching some rom-com.
The one playing the piano. That's so good.
What the hell was I saying? Get this shit. I can't wait. I can't wait for it to come out because it's so unbelievable. So, like I said, there was this like skanko, gap in the titties, everything. She had like 17 emotional support dogs. She had three emotional support dogs. Just saying. So anyway, she decides she's going to start telling a story about her mother. And I swear to God, the term your mom exists because of this bitch's mother. She's your mom. She is your mom. So she's talking about how like her mother would fuck guys in front of her, and her mother, when she had her first boyfriend, and she's telling this just like it's like normal, funny story, like you'd be talking about where you went for dinner. So she's like, when she had her first boyfriend when she was a kid, her mother went to the boyfriend and was like, you better be fucking her in the ass. And the mother would like give guys blowjobs and then chase her around the house trying to lick her. So I couldn't help myself. I was just like, wait, I'm sorry. No offense. But like, have you ever wondered if like, maybe this is why you're a hoe? And she was just like, oh, probably.
Okay. All right. So I like how you started it with just like, I'm not even going to try to keep a bridge not burnt here. I like that. God bless you. God bless you.
I gotta say what people are thinking. If I didn't say that, like,
even skank can be like a term of endearment. You skank, blah, blah, blah. But skank ho is very clearly not a term of endearment.
Come on now.
God bless you. Yeah, it's disturbing. Yeah. People get abused sometimes. That's pretty fucked up.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine my mom that fucking happening? Oh, no.
All right. I actually know your mom, bro. Like, you can't do that. Fucking, Mrs. Harlow, hi. Yeah, I'll shake your hand. Oh, have some cake. Thank you very much.
That would never happen, is my point.
No, because she's not a horrible person. Speaking of horrible person, I gotta fucking piss, motherfucker.
Go piss.
How long we going? Oh, okay.
We could wrap up in a few.
All right. Well, I'm gonna piss. You guys talk about me.
Go piss. Peter sucks. Oh my God. But the other person does at the glory hole.
No, I didn't say I would suck anything at the glory hole, but I'd definitely eat something that was passed to me through a glory hole. You know, that's the risk. That's the risk you play. You put a penis near my mouth, I might put a sauce on it and finish the fucking thing. So buyer beware.
Wait, I have to ask you though. So you're happy in California, or are you looking to get out?
Yeah, I'm fine for now. I mean, moving's expensive as shit. You know, especially if you're not alone. Like, you know, it would have to be the both of us, and you know, it's just. And there's also something that's sort of like, I sort of have this feeling of like, you're not going to run me out of this fucking city. Like, this is my home. I've been here for, 14 years now. So, it's just like, my whole relationship with my girlfriend's been here. We've been together for 10 years now. Like, she's lived out here most of her life. And, I think we might relocate in Southern California, but I don't think we'll leave. It's also there's a lot of conveniences here that I like too. And that's what's crazy is like most places, you get an hour outside of Hollywood, an hour outside of LA. It's like a different planet.
Yeah, that's what I think I would have to get used to because I've lived in the city my whole life. I was born here, but it's just gotten so horrible. Like where my parents live, it has always been like one of the nicest areas here. And now it's where Peter moved from. We're talking about the Upper West Side.
Yes,
it used to be, it's where I grew up. It used to be the nicest area. And now like where my parents live, it's like there's a stabbing, there's a shooting, there's like I get nervous. There are junkies all over. Like I went out for pizza with my dad last week and there are junkies screaming things at us and stuff. I'm just like, I get nervous with them. So I'm like, I want to move out of here and take them with me.
Yeah, that's smart.
Lando has some questions for you. So first, when is Josh's next stand-up date?
Oh, I mean, I figured we'd probably plug all our stuff at the end of this thing, but people can just go to my website, joshdennycomedy.com. I got a bunch of them. September 10th in Vegas, September 23rd and 24th in Dallas, and I might have some shows around those dates as well. So basically that third week of September, I'll be in Dallas for pretty much the whole week. And then big NYC show is going to be November 10th. So I'll be out there. Probably for about a week around that show.
And we're going on a romantic date when you do.
Of course, yeah. We should. We'll go horseback riding, which for me is just a fancy way of saying let's go murder a horse,
or whores back.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Horseback riding. Yes, I will ride. I will ride Mikey.
Exit only. Wait, this goes. So wait, Josh always says he hates the gays. Why is he talking with this guy, dude? I promise you, however much you think Josh hates the gays, I hate them way more. I promise. Trust me.
Yeah, and by the way, I never say I hate the gays. I love the gays. The gays are hilarious as a people. And yeah, I don't hate the gays. I hate women. I hate women way more than I hate gay men. I'll tell you that. I find gay men so lovely. I've thought about it, except the whole my parents still being alive part, which would make it complicated. But no, I'm kidding. I have an old bit where I say that there are no bisexuals. They're just homosexuals whose parents aren't dead yet.
No, I hate them more than anyone. Like I said, I had a date the other night. As soon as he told me, he was like, I'm very homophobic. I was like, marry me.
Yeah. Did he look like the Sum 41 fucking lead singer? You fucking
weirdo.
Oh, is that what you like? You like pop punk gays, Mike?
There are no pop punk gays.
That's
it.
But the problem I have is not just the pop punk Avril Lavigne thing. That motherfucker looks like his face was squished. He looks like Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes.
Yes.
Oh my God, he does look like Calvin from Calvin. Oh my God, that blows my mind. I never thought of that.
He looks like someone took his face and went like that.
But that's attractive to you.
I always thought he looks like young Don Rickles.
Wow. Okay.
You know?
There's also that fucking guy from West Side Story, because this is the gayest thing I've ever done. Original cast.
Very smart, Maria.
Yeah, not that. Why are they?
I don't know
why are they showing me pictures of them now? Of course, I don't want to see pictures of them now. You stupid asses.
I don't know why, but Peter and I, when he lived here, would just scream lyrics from West Side Story to each other across the apartment.
Because we're fucking straight, goddammit.
Well, I'm very
By the way, you should hate whoever you bang more than people you don't. That makes sense that Mike hates gay people and I hate women. It's like why would I hate gay guys? I don't have to deal with their shit ever. I just get to hang out with them and
you would be the Westboro Baptist Church if you had to deal with their shit.
Yeah, it's just I'm not gonna. Yeah, and then women, I have to put up with their shit all the time. Well, one specifically, but also all of them. I got to put up with all of their shits collectively out in the world.
Which, by the way,
there's a reason that the fucking most hated person in America is called a Karen and not a Jeff. Do you understand?
It's a valid idea.
Women fucking ruin everything.
No, gays ruin everything.
All right.
That's why they're friends. And what does a woman want more than a gay best friend? Nothing other than all of our money and time. But other than that,
I cannot with fag hags. They're the worst.
Here. I'm gonna share. This is the other person that motherfucker looks like. Ready? Hang on. I'm gonna do share screen. Yes. Don't show these tips again. You fucking idiot. Chrome tab. West Side Story original cast. Here we go. This is the motherfucker right here. Look at that. That's some 41 motherfucker.
So hot.
Cause he's in too deep and he's trying to keep
exactly
all his friends in his pocket. That guy's definitely getting bottomed out by all those other dudes. And look at this guy. Look at the one over here to the far right who doesn't even know if he's in the shot. Am I in the scene?
Have you guys ever noticed that in this movie, like half the white guys are in blackface and it's very creepy?
No, because they didn't have real or they didn't want to hire
real Puerto Rican. The white guys, like they darken their skin.
Well, what's amazing is, that's just how they did makeup for film back in the day.
And look at this motherfucker. What's this 40-year-old doing?
Yeah. That guy's supposed to be a child or like a teenager.
This motherfucker looks like he's 11.
That guy's a fucking undercover cop in the purple shirt for sure. Also, the one, look at Napoleon Dynamite behind him.
Oh my God, Jeff Heffernan or whatever the fuck his fucking name is.
Dude, that guy looks like Napoleon Dynamite 100%.
Down syndrome guy on the right.
All kinds.
Yeah, that's the one I said. That's the one I said. He doesn't even know if he's in the shot.
All kinds of twinks.
What was I gonna say? Yes. By the way, we should. Oh shit. Sorry. We should start wrapping up soon. But if you guys have any super chats, send them in. Yeah. Wait. What was I looking for? This.
I don't know.
Yeah, I love the original one. The new one was good, but definitely with woke undertones. It was better than I thought it would be. The new one.
Oh, it was quite good. Yeah, Spielberg doesn't often miss. He's pretty fucking. There's a lot of people anointed as like the GOAT in different art forms and stuff that are not the GOAT. Spielberg's the fucking GOAT, man. In terms of just making watchable, enjoyable movies.
Listen, as much as I hate LA Jews, like they're good at their job. You know what I mean? Like I always say, if I go to the doctor, I want to see a Jew or a chink. Those are the things I want. You know what I mean? Because they're efficient.
What about an Indian doctor?
Yeah.
Are you afraid of their shit skin sliding off of your body while they're working on it? No, I'm kidding.
I don't like body odor, so no, I wouldn't.
Oh yeah, I do. I got to do this huge thing with. I think her name is Rabia O'Chowdhury. She's a very vocal leftist lawyer from New York who's Indian, And she came. I made some tweet about something that she didn't like about like being anti-woke. And she came at me and was like, just like, you know how when people try to troll you with like a zoom in of your face, they just post a zoom in of your face like, this is you. And I just responded and said, your entire culture thinks that shit is charcoal. Get the fuck out of my comments. And by the way, that's not hate speech. That's accurate. Go look at any food show that talks about India. They cook with dried out hunks of shit. And I'm not saying it's why their skin is like that, but it might be.
I had the experience. I drove Uber in the Bay Area. Okay.
You
did? People who smell the worst. Yeah. For about a year and a half. So way back in the day.
Yeah, are you a comic if you never drove Uber? I think it's part of the deal, right?
But the people who smell the worst, and listen, they're wonderful people. I fucking love Indian people. But is Indian dudes or Middle East or Russian motherfuckers, Eastern Bloc ass motherfuckers spray, they just dip themselves in Axe. They're the worst, right? So it's them or Indian dudes BO. Why would the Russian motherfuckers not be mad? It's probably because Rohija Pradiyafa or whatever the fuck her name is a sensitive douchebag who hasn't done any healing work. Maybe it's that. Maybe that's the fulcrum.
Yeah, that's the only reason that girl who got fingered by Aziz Ansari felt like she had to write a blog about it is because his fingers were Indian fingers. If it was if she had just gotten fingered by a white guy, we would have never heard her story. But she's like, no, he was clawing at my pussy with you know what they are, the fucking curry fingers. You know, his yellow just twinged yellow tip fingers because he's been eating with his hands all day. Now he's sticking them in my pussy.
Plus Aziz Ansari, he can't fuck. Look at his face, man. Look at his face. He can't.
Well, that's why he was ETing her pussy with his weird fucking shit fingers.
She was like, do you remember her thing that she wrote that she was like, I was blowing him and he pushed my head down. I was like,
well, yeah.
And
right.
Well, yeah, he was probably trying to put a bowl of rice up there.
Oh, God. By the way, parentheses, I was going to say, Pete, you need to have them on your show. They are just the greatest.
I'm happy to. I love a good dyke. I love a good dyke.
Yeah, dykes
they are
fun.
The best. They are the goodest.
No. Let's be real. Dykes who leave the left are fun. Because the rest of them, and I have a very close person in my family who's a dyke, and she said it herself, dykes are no fucking fun. No fuck, they're not funny. They are the first ones. Even Sandra Bernhard and fucking Margaret Cho been saying that fucking shit for years. Even Jessica Kirson says it now. That the people who have the most problem are the white broads or lesbians because they're like
gay guys too. I gotta throw my people in there.
But that's recent. But that's horrible. Recent. You guys used to have the best sense.
I know they've none. That's why it's more disappointing. They have none now. They're the first ones to be offended.
Mike, do you know Ty Rivera?
Who?
Ty Rivera. Obviously, if you said who, you wouldn't know. I got to introduce you guys. He's fun. He's another comic, but I think you guys would hit it off.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I love my dissident gays.
I feel like I know. Yeah. He's I mean, I hate to say it, but he's Thailand, right? He's got brown.
No. He's Mexican. He's just had a lot of work done, so he looks like he's Filipino. He jokes about it in his act.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said something. I think I followed him because he was anti-woke, and I just liked him.
He caught a lot of heat because he was a gay Mexican Trump supporter in 2016. So that was when the industry pretty much booted him to the side. But he's one of the flamethrower funniest fucking comedians on the internet. The first time I ever saw Ty Rivera in LA, I think I saw him at a mic or something, and he went up and he was like talking about trans people. And this is like 14 years ago. Like this is before anybody was talking about trans people. And he was like, trans people are talking about misgendering. He's like, maybe it's because you don't look like what the fuck you're supposed to look like. He's just so matter of fact, bitchy to the fucking point.
Yeah, those are my favorite.
So great. Gay people used to be blunt, direct, and fucking savage. And that's why creative people loved gay people, because they were the most ruthless truth tellers.
No more.
I had
now they're just gay like straight people.
a very well, I don't know if he's very liberal, but I know he's in San Francisco. I know he doesn't really care about politics. He was one of the first people I had on my show, a drag queen named Pollo Del Mar. Okay, a fucking hilarious bitch. Okay, fucking will read you, no fuck, and this filthy and foul mouth and over the top like drag queens are supposed to be. You fucking turds, not dancing in front of fucking children. Anyway. And told the story about getting in trouble because a trans person didn't like that. It's like, bitch, you're in a fucking, like, not only are you in a comedy show, and a drag comedy show, you need to know what the fuck is about to happen, okay? But also, did you listen to the whole crowd that was full of gays and lesbians and trans people? Why are they all laughing? And this little fucking faggot in the corner who likes it, who wants to cut his pee-pee off, is like, you shouldn't be. Fucking turd.
Oh, I love it. Paul Lynde was the original savage. That's so true.
Yeah.
Esteban is still a ruthless truth teller. That's why I don't fit in with most gays. Hell yeah, and that's why we love you, Esteban. If anyone has any final super chats, we should be wrapping up shortly. What the hell was I about to say? I was about to say something and I forgot.
You never finished the tit story, did you?
Yeah, that was basically just it. That like her mother would blow guys and try to lick her, and I asked her if that's why she's a hoe.
Yeah, isn't it weird how like how there is so much of that in people's origin stories? That's why I say, like, you know, I think we have to have a pretty clear distinction over what is abuse and what is just like kids fooling around and being fucking weird.
Mm-hmm. And I've known Josh sells.
Josh sells ginormous. Is your wife ginormous?
That's rude. No, that's rude.
I mean, your wife,
that's rude.
And he paid $2 to say that.
Yeah, thanks for the.
You gotta love the hustle.
Bug up their ass about you as much
they
as
also
they
you also spelled ginormous wrong, you fucking twerp. Learn how to spell.
I'm like already getting. I see my notification. I'm already getting like angry messages. How could you have Josh? Fuck you. I find it so funny that these people would think I care. Like,
this is
exactly about the wrong person.
I had that experience when I went to what was it? What was the conference you spoke at? We went and met in Dallas. Uninformed or misinformed? Mythinformed. When we went there, and all these people who are like all gear, they're always talking shit about cancel culture on the left. Isn't the cancel culture? And then 2 seconds later, why are you taking a picture with that person who did that thing or said that thing that one time? You're not supposed to. Fuck all of you, bro.
Yeah, both political sides have their group of people. Lying is who's lying? You spelled the word wrong. First of all, my wife's not ginormous, and I don't have a wife. I have a girlfriend. So who's lying?
You got to put a ring on it. You know what I've realized though, and I can tell this is true with people who hate you, Josh, is like when somebody perceives you as being even like the slightest bit known publicly, which I don't think I am, but apparently other people do. When somebody gets a hate boner for you, you will never get rid of them. You will.
Oh no, I highlighted one.
Never get rid of them. It's
I highlighted one of these guys on Twitter. I should pull this up for you guys. I highlighted one of these guys on Twitter the other day, which I often don't do. I usually just mute people so they don't even get the satisfaction of being blocked. And but this guy commented at me on something, and he I can't. Yeah, I'm in a different browser. But anyway, people could go to my Twitter, at Josh Denny on Twitter, and see this. He was like, comment. The only reason I saw what he said was because he commented on somebody, or one of my fans commented on something he posted. So I didn't even see it. And so you have to click, like, this is from somebody that you've muted. So I had to click to see what he wrote. And I was like, this dude's whole account, if you look at him, his whole
Is it this guy?
That might be. His whole account is like trolling me, or trying to troll me, and he's like, "You're just mad because I'm owning you." It's like, you have nothing good to say. But he was like, he said he was like 3 tweets in a row, and one of them was like, "Bye, I got to go fuck my wife now." And I was like, "Dude, what heterosexual man is talking about fucking his wife to someone he hates on the internet?" Like, my favorite, I was like, you know who talks about getting pussy on the internet is fucking gay guys who are in the closet.
Right.
No straight man. I called into like morning radio in Las Vegas one time and got into an argument with the host. And he was like, "When was the last time you fucked?" And I was like, "Why would I tell a stranger on morning radio when me and my girlfriend have said, like, are you out of your fucking mind? Who's out there?" And by the way, what if I said 5 minutes ago, does that make me more of a man than you? It's like, what a weird dude. There are some heterosexual guys that are fucking faggots about their sexuality. Totally. Who are just like, I get pussy. You don't know how much pussy I get. You want to see how much pussy I got? A whole closet full of dead pussies that I collected. It's like, yeah, I bet you do, you fucking serial killer.
Like that guy, by the way, I forgot, but like I was getting all these messages that people wanted us to talk about that guy. I forgot his name though. That guy that everyone's talking about now, who I'd never. What the hell? Do you know who I'm talking about? I have no idea who he is.
Oh yeah, I have no idea who he is either.
Andrew Tate. I don't even know. I never.
Oh yeah. Is he like a? Is he? I think he's like a men's rights guy or like a pickup guy or something. Isn't he one of those chodes?
I guess so.
I don't know.
You guys tell us. I don't know why people are mad about him. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Yeah, fuckboys. Yeah, totally.
But even the reality is like, even if people I really disagree with, like, I don't want to get them deplatformed. Like, if you don't believe, like, it's principles before personalities is what I always say, which I got from somewhere. I can't remember where. Principles before personalities. If you don't believe in the principle of, say, free speech, when it's applied to someone you don't like, then you don't actually believe in the principle.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. Yeah.
By the way, you should know that we are oblivious.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. He misspelled that because he knew you would put it up on the screen.
This is what I was.
Unless you pay me, bitch.
And this is what I was fucking goddamn saying before. Wanted to say a second ago. It's an old Patrice bit, but and not even a bit. Something he said online. But like with these people think that they want to be a part of this conversation. But us three are the only real, no offense, everybody, but kind of offense. We're the only important people who do this, right? We're the ones in the conversation. You guys, you're a part of it, but you're not a part of it. And if you're coming from a place of insecurity, listen, I'm saying the people who are commenting, they're not a part of it, right? We're the cool kids. They're not the cool kids.
Our friends watching.
Our friends are, yes. But there are some snivelly little faggots who sneak into and want to troll because they don't get attention, approval, affection, right? Love from anywhere else or from somewhere that they really want in their life. And so mentally, emotionally, that's where they're coming from. And so they're like, oh, did you see what I said to him, guys? Did you see what they're whiny people. They're not ever going to be cool. They're not the fucking A-list like we are. I'm sorry. They're just not.
I've always said this. I was like, if that's one of the things I have against, like, I would never try to deplatform like professional trolls or people that have podcasts or shows where they just bitch and talk about other people, but it's fucking gay. And I'm going to tell you, it's gay. Like, if you have a podcast that's entirely dedicated to other men, you're a fucking queer. If all you do is get together and talk shit about dudes and how they make their money and who they fuck and what they say on their podcasts, you're Wendy Williams and you're fucking gay.
And this is the other thing too, and this is what I always go back to when it comes to shit fuck rappers, because I do music, by the way. I'm mostly a musician, not a podcast. Coming soon. But this is what I always say. There are some people who do rap, like I did this song called That's Why You've Got Haters. Sometimes you have haters because people are whatever, but sometimes you have haters because you're actually a shitty fucking rapper, right? And I made that song essentially to point out that, like, the idea that, okay, to Lil Nas, right? Lil Nas X or whatever the fuck, or Lil Yachty. If someone went to Lil Yachty, hey, Lil Yachty, you're making a shit ton of money and attention and praise and fame and all this shit. What if we offered you the exact same lifestyle, the exact same approval, the exact same whatever, but you had to quit music and you went and you did a reality show? He would do that. Right? These are not people like the three of us, whether it be self-important or not, who have something to say, who want to be out there changing, who want to make jokes, who feel they have a purpose. These are not people who have a purpose. If you gave those people a bunch of fame and approval, they'd be on the sidelines because they're sideline motherfuckers. They would never be out on the field.
Yeah, The people that point out your failures never risk anything that they could fail at. Like, that's just the reality. And most trolls are just projecting themselves. But like, it's so they're like, oh, you suck at comedy. It's like, all right, are you trying to do comedy? What do you do? What do you do that you suck at? Because if you don't do anything you suck at, you're a fucking coward. If you don't suck at anything,
I suck at
you're a coward. You're just a total coward. Like, if I only do things I'm good at. Okay, faggot.
Right, but I have an important job. I love how they start to tell themselves, like,
I have so much money and pussy. I'll go in the other room. It's made of money and pussy.
I have important stuff to do, though. I can't start going to an open mic. Yes, the fuck you can. You're a bitch.
I own a business. Do you? Well, then go do that. You know what I don't do? You know what I don't? I don't know what business you own because you're fucking nothing to me. I don't think about you at all.
You wouldn't show up to his job and be like, "You're cutting that thing wrong. You're not supposed to make shoes that way. Go cobble, nigga." Fucking boring ass.
I think a lot of them, it's like they want to be friends or something, but it's kind of like the kids in kindergarten who like someone and they hate them for it. They'll like talk shit about them for it. There's this fat fuck who is like, the word faggot exists for this guy. He like would do a show with
Listen, I'm right here on the show, Mikey. I'm right here on the show, and you can just call me by my name.
I love you.
I think the word faggot needs to be reappropriated for anyone who backs into a parking space. I think we have to take it away from the gays and start using it on them.
Wait, get this shit though. So this fat fuck, literally like 400 pounds, talks like this, like the little baby gay voice. So he was on a show with that psychotic bitch. They would just do like 6-7 hours bashing people every week. And even she couldn't even keep a relationship with this slob. So I never acknowledged it. Like, he's always has lots to say about me. I never acknowledged this guy until he quit her show. And I was like, hey, I was just wondering why you would go after these people for, like, what did this woman ever do to you that you said she should be raped? What did all these people what did I do to you? And somebody I was like, this is the first and last time I will ever acknowledge you. And somebody sent me a clip he made like videos about me. Somebody sent me a clip that they put together all the times he says this in the video, that he's like, all 400 pounds of him. He's like, well, I'm not even attracted to Mike. I wouldn't even date Mike. I'm not even attracted to him. I don't even like him. I wouldn't date him. I'm like, oh boy. Just saying.
Again, it's coming from a place of insecurity. We all have insecurities, boys and girls. And them, they, theirs. We all have insecurities. Either man the fuck up or ovary the fuck up. Do your fucking goddamn fucking work. I don't care how that fucking looks, whether you do therapy or you fucking rub beads on your nipples. Like, do something to better yourself, or understand that you're going to continue to be from a place of insecurity. Because guess what? Just like bully, that's an insatiable place to be. Insecurity, it doesn't, when I've been an insecure motherfucker back in my 20s and I had like, do you like me? Do you like me? Do you like me? Even if a bitch was like screaming, I fucking adore you, it's still not enough, right? Just like a bully, if you're coming from a place of bully, there's never as Patrice used to say, a bully doesn't get your money today and tomorrow say, hey, thanks for the 50 cents yesterday. I'm all good today. They double down. They want more. They want more. It's an insatiable fucking energy. So fix your fucking self. Or, thank you, Lindsay, the cynical geek. I love you. Send me titty pictures. Okay, that's the end of my rant.
Yeah, that's a great rant. It's just,
we have more money from your biggest fan. You have insecurity, fruitcake, Baldo. Don't you talk about my man like that.
Everyone go follow Twerk to Spec. Everyone go follow Twerk to Spec. He needs the attention. He needs the approval. His show's going to be great. Go follow him. Go support him. Send him a lot of love. He was touched on his butthole from his uncle, and that's why he's in this position of insecurity. So go help him.
You know what's funny, too, is who knows if this is his real picture, but they all look like this. They're all these kind of guys. As a real man, you would see them in public. They would never look you in the eye. They fucking cower to masculinity everywhere they go. They're literally like sit at home on their computer fags who never have no fucking... They just have no muscle, no backbone. They just slither around like fucking fools.
You know what's the dead giveaway, Josh? Like the dead giveaway is this. It's a selfie, but his picture
looking
is
away.
that looking away.
Yeah.
I'm not taking a selfie, faggot.
Dude, there's so much psychology to unpack with that move of I took this picture of myself, but I'm looking away. It just shows that everything about your personality is staged and fake. You're an autistic person who has to learn how to present emotions because you're never being real. And that's a perfect example.
What are you on fucking MySpace in 2003, nigga? Get the fuck over yourself.
Hold on. Let me
fucking selfie.
Let me take the picture.
Craigslist ass. Yeah, that's what it is. Craigslist older man
was I
Craigslist
shooting
in 2006.
Myself? I had no idea that I was snapping this photo. That's how much I don't even care. I'm so fucking cool that I don't even know when I'm photographing myself, bro.
I subscribe to your channel.
Go help him. Let's burn some sage for Twerk to Spec. He didn't get the job that he wanted. He had dreams of being a comedian, of being a podcaster. He didn't get to do it. So everybody go help him, okay?
Now
Let's
he wants
pray
to
for
come
him.
on. Stream with me now.
Oh, this will be a real Jeffrey Toobin situation. I think it's counting down. The most attention this fucking guy's ever gotten his entire life. So, yeah, stream with me now. He's sitting there, cock in hand, waiting, and you'll keep waiting, motherfucker, for the rest of your life for anybody to give you their time and attention. That's why you got to come in and steal it by yelling and whining, and you're all caps. I got to steal attention because nobody will give it to me.
Exactly. I feel powerless.
Go fight this guy. I love that.
I feel powerless in my other aspects of life.
Getting called out by lesbians.
I'm gonna sneak into other people's lives and trying to take power from them. Grow up, okay? Your daddy touched you a long fucking time ago, okay? You look like you're in your almost late 30s. Come on, get over it, man. Do some fucking therapy, dum-dum.
Yeah, you know you're real tough when the lesbians are like, I'll fight you, and you go, I'll leave. A lesbian just challenged this guy to fight, and then he said, bye. Oh, it's because a woman said she'll fuck you up? What a fucking homo.
By the way, I was going to say, if you guys want to see a real profile picture of a real-ass motherfucker, right here.
See, that's a selfie. Listen, whatever you think about it, he owned it. Good for you, Fit Dad Chris.
Yeah, and Fit Dad Chris is just like, yeah, this is me. Take it or leave it. He don't give a shit. He's being himself.
He's listening to Megadeth right now. Look at his face.
I love it.
He looks at no offense, Fit Dad Chris. I know you just subbed to my channel, but you're on the way to never made it as a wise man.
No way. He's way better than Nickelback.
Hold on. Let's not start with the Nickelback trashing. Some of us are Nickelback fans. Okay?
Of course. God damn it. I knew I smelled horribleness when I came into the room.
Hey, listen, I like Nickelback because I saw them before they were doing all those radio hits. I love their first record. If you don't like their first record, then you have terrible taste.
He's still here, by the way, after bye. Oh, wow, Mike, your friend accidentally made fun of you again. There's no accidentally. If we didn't make fun of each other, we would have nothing to do. So
you know what's also fun is
insecurity.
His assessment of our social interaction tells you that he just doesn't know how friends treat each other because he doesn't have any. There's literally this is how I make money playing poker, is that these people are so easy to fucking dissect immediately. Yes. Oh, look at you guys shitting on each other. Yeah, you don't know how friends are. You don't have any. So this is all very alien to you.
How many years has this guy been around with you, Josh?
Oh, I don't know this name at all. I don't know this screen name at all. So
because mine don't go away. Mine are for your. I have a stalker who my friend wouldn't date him like 5 years ago. So he's been stalking my friend in real life for like 5 years. This is the one who said he was going to show up in Texas, Pete. So now he just like follows me to every show I go. Because 5 years ago, my friend wouldn't date him.
Right.
And you will never get rid of these people. It's a life sentence. So
this is what I'm saying. But we all have trauma. Mike Speck, whatever the fuck your faggot name is. We all have trauma. You're not unique. You're not special. Go process it. Like, it's not that hard, actually. It's really not.
Yeah, I mean, if your insecurities are still manifesting in how you treat other people after you're like 35, you're mentally stunted. Like if you don't have the ability, at least by your mid 30s, to look at yourself and go, okay, here are the things I don't like about me, and here's how they affect my behavior with other people, and I now have to be faced with the reality of I'm going to change it, or I'm going to accept myself for who I am. But you make that decision probably in your mid 30s, and then you just go on living your life and doing what you do. If you're still completely if you still lack self-awareness to the degree where you are projecting and doing these kinds of things with other people beyond your mid 30s, you're probably fucking retarded.
Right.
And you should be in a home.
By the way, I'm not going to put it on the screen, but like our favorite lesbians are legit sending him their address.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hold on. You got to see his response. I'm not going to fight a woman. I'm not a weirdo.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna run from a woman like a coward. All right. Well, listen, I wouldn't fight a woman, but I wouldn't run from one like a pussy either.
Exactly. Dykes on the right. Dykes on the right has brass knuckles made of hardened pussy juice from their enemies. Okay, don't even trip.
You just said that she had brass knuckles forged from hardened pussy juice, and I just picture that scene in Avengers Infinity War when he's holding the bracket open so that the star can light the forge that makes the axe, and I just picture a big thick dyke holding open labia while pussy juice forges a set of mythical brass knuckles.
Right. While Veruca Salt plays in the background, while Bikini Kill plays in the background. Yeah.
Right here.
By the way, I love wait, I have to find it. He was like, I don't know who any of you are. How are you here then?
That's even worse. I don't know who any of you are. I have nothing to do with my time. Right. You're not even my most hated people. I have so much time that I just direct all of my internal hatred at random people on the internet. That's better.
But then it vacillates between hate and, oh, what you're this, and try to no, I came because I'm like, bro, just do some therapy. I swear to God, it's so easy.
I feel like this kid's older brother where I'm like, stop hitting yourself.
Right. And it's the type of thing, he's the type of motherfucker who like still, because he obviously is in his 30s. He's the type of motherfucker who still is like, I sent you a dick pic. Why didn't you answer back?
I didn't like you anyway, bitch.
Fucking bitch. Stupid ass. You didn't fucking text me back 2 days later. Fuck you. You're fucking George Costanza, faggot. No one wants to be around a real life George Costanza.
Oh, I can't breathe.
Oh, that's so funny.
Anyway, I gotta fucking go. God damn it.
Yeah, me too. Wait,
Josh, I had a blast, man. It's good to meet you.
It was great. I would love to have you on my show, Peter.
So, anytime. Like, if you guys have somehow made it this far into the stream, send us hashtag what? Pussy juice?
Hardened brass puss knuckles. Puss knuckles. PUSS-KNUCKLES.
If you guys have made it this far, write to us, send us hashtag puss knuckles.
That needs to be the name of the show.
On your show, Josh.
Bring me on your show.
I subscribe to your channel, Twerk. We love you. You have brightened our day.
You know what's so funny? Do something worthy of an invite, you fucking nothing, and I will invite you on my show. Yay! But until you haven't done anything I even know about, so get there. Do something worthy. I don't have a choice.
My dad made me work at the supermarket he owned when I was a kid, and that's why I decided not to.
Well, I love you, Twerk, so we can be friends. Peter, where can people find you? I have the links to their channels below. Where else can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Peter_Feliciano, or at my backup at Conservatish, because the white liberals will not stop shadow banning me because they love people of color. And you can find me on Twitter at Rule62Peter. You can support my podcast and my music at patreon.com/Conservatish. I have Gino Bisconti on Conservatish tomorrow, and then next Monday I have That Star Wars Girl. So it's going to be a bang up fucking couple of episodes. And
Peter, are you in the Dallas area?
No, Austin.
Austin area. Okay, cool. We're doing Dallas the end of September, but nice. I want to make some music with you.
Let's do it.
I want to fucking
What do you
play
sing?
guitar. I play guitar. Yeah, and I
Sweet.
do a little bit of percussion, all that stuff. But
right.
I'm like, yeah, we should lay something funny down together for sure.
Absolutely. Puss Knuckles. We'll write Puss Knuckles.
We'll write Puss Knuckles the song.
Right.
That'll be fucking. Let's do it. Right. I'm dead serious.
And Dykes on the right can use it as a theme song.
We'll use Dykes on the right in the video. We'll put Dykes on the right in the video, just smashing people with Puss Knuckles.
Smashing people with Puss Knuckles and titty tassels. But yeah, thanks everybody, and thank you, Mike, for having me on. Love you.
Yeah, people find me just joshdennycomedy.com. Like I said, September 10th, Las Vegas, September 23rd and 24th, Dallas, Texas. Maybe some other shows around there. I might stay in town longer and do some more sets. And then the big end of the year, I'm trying to work on Chicago. I think we're going to do a Chicago show in October, and then New York tickets are already on sale, November 10th. Compound and Censored. It's going to be me, Gino, Anthony Cumia, Gavin McInnes, and Chrissy Mayer. It's like we're going to do this. We're going to try to do the show every year for Veterans Day and blow this fucking thing up and just have this great show at the end of the year as like a big thank you to the fans for supporting all of our streams and our shows and everything throughout the year. So pretty excited for that one.
I'll be there. And you guys, if you would like to support my grifting and contribute to the This Way Bitch, to the Mike Getting the Fuck Out of New York Foundation, I have my links below. I have PayPal, Venmo. What is that?
It's a back massager, you dirty-minded.
It's a back massager. I think someone over here is not exit only.
All right,
I miss back in the day when people would just massage each other with their cocks. Am I right?
I know, right?
Me too. It's been a while. Anyway, we're having movie night again next week. We have Zoom hangouts. We do lots of fun stuff. Subscribe to my locals. It's below. I love you guys so much. # Puss Knuckles.
Puss Knuckles. Love y'all. Bye.